Hi, my name is Jack Beagan, a retired business executive living in Bayfield, Wisconsin. And my comments today are related to what a bad business deal this mine is, not only for the state of Wisconsin, but for the people who live in Ashland and in Iron counties. The United States is a bit player in the production of iron ore around the world. And to think that we can affect and be a profitable operation here when we are impacted by what happens in the world is foolish thinking. And I'm going to bore you with a few numbers. The annual worldwide production of iron ore is just over 2.2 billion metric tons. And there are 5 countries that account for 80% of the production of iron ore: Australia, Brazil, China, India, and Russia. South Africa is increasing their production and will soon displace Russia as number 5 in production. The United States produces only 54 million metric tons of iron ore a year, which accounts for 2.4% of what happens in production in the world. So as I said, we are a bit player. Prior to 2010, the price of iron ore was set on an annual contract basis by people sitting and negotiating behind closed doors about what the price of iron ore would be. Since 2010, iron ore has been traded as a commodity, just like any other commodity, on a 3-month contract basis. The result of that has been volatility in the price of iron ore, from a high of $185 a ton down to about $110 a ton, which didn't occur in the old days when prices were established on an annual basis. It's important to keep in mind what it costs to produce a ton of iron ore. Data would suggest that for our current producers, it's about $80 a ton is what the cost to produce iron ore is. For a new producer coming online, it's about $100 a ton to produce iron ore. The largest consumer of iron ore in the world is China. But the interesting thing is that China is restructuring its economy from an industrial-based economy to a consumer economy. There's already been a 26% decline in demand for iron ore as a result of China's restructuring. The projection is that they are going to continue to see a decline in demand for iron ore over the next couple of decades. And there are analysts who say that the price on the open market for iron ore by 2015 could be as low as $80 a ton. So this price volatility is going to result in substantial insecurity in the livelihoods of those involved in the iron mining industry. If this mine goes online and the cost to produce is $100 a ton and the price falls below that, GTAC is going to shut the mine down because they can't make any money. And that boom and bust cycle, which we all saw in Minnesota, is going to happen on a more often basis because of the volatility in the prices of iron ore. And that kind of insecurity of layoffs, rehirings, is devastating for families, and I'm almost done. GTAC is going to use everything solely for their profit. And if a profit is not there because of low prices, they're going to shut down. They're going to use the land, the water, the roads, the whole infrastructure, but worst of all, the people, solely for their gain. And that is what this is all about. This is a bad business deal all the way around, and every effort should be made to make sure it never happens. Thank you.